Mr. Scott Lassiter.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, council members. It's great to be back. It's an honor to be back in this chamber. Honestly, I've been tempted and asked in various occasions to come back and speak to my hometown governing body here in the past, and I've always resisted, knowing that it's really not my place to do so anymore. You guys have got it. But tonight, I'm here to speak about something that's directly impacting the work I'm doing now as Wake County Soil and Water Conservation District Supervisor, the vice chair of that board, a board that's working actively and desperately to preserve easements, environmental conservation easements, agricultural easements in what is a rapidly growing and developing county. So, some concerned and rightfully so neighbors reached out to me for help regarding this project plan that is going to interfere with this conservation easement. That's what brings me here tonight. Just for some context, 2002 was when this was recorded with the Register of Deeds. There still is plenty of undeveloped land in this area. This may be a convenient way to do it. There may be more costly ways to developers and to Apex, but I will say that all parties have had some notice of this easement since 2002. We've got some neighbors, folks, that are truly concerned. I will tell you, I remember what it's like sitting up there, and I was so thankful no longer to have to engage in land use decisions, because you certainly don't make friends with them. It's the hardest work that you do. But looking at that proposal, and as a representative of Wake County, I will say that the first time this was brought to my attention, even with all the work that the county is doing around environmental protection and wetland protection and easement protections, was earlier this month, by some aggrieved community members that are here tonight. So I will say that if I wasn't aware of what was going on around a project that we directly work with in county government, I can't be surprised why these folks didn't understand it. You've heard that you may be met with a lawsuit by neighbors. I'm just asking you and encouraging you to pump the brakes on this, because I think the narrative that's being portrayed, because I know many of y'all personally, I know what your campaign platforms are. I think the narrative that is being portrayed, rightly or wrongly, is in conflict with who you are. It's in conflict with what the town of Apex is about. You've got community members that are feeling, because of what is happening with this conservation easement, that conservation is not important, and that development reigns supreme. Development, not trees, not property rights, not historical properties now, not even protected conservation easements, is what's in play here. And I don't believe that's what you actually believe. It's in conflict with myself, the county commissioners, again, doing this preservation work, land and easements. I just implore you to pump the brakes. This body, I want to say, and I'll end with this, does have the power to do something. It does have the power to back down town staff. I understand what an uncomfortable position that can be, to look at your staff and not support a recommendation that comes forward. But I will say, that at some point, part of our jobs as elected officials is to remind staff who they work for, and that's ultimately us as representatives of the people. So thank you all very much. I trust that you'll make the best decision you can.
Thank you, Mr. Lassiter.